to the folk. Snoop, Doggy Dogg, and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up.
Cause you know we're about to rip shit up.
Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble. Ain't nothing but a shit.
And then the 8:30 hour. Thank you, Mr. Wellbrock. Week 8 kicked off.
Switching from heavy to light.
It's about that time.
And just when I started to think you love this country,
I do love
you
this
go
country.
and do that.
I love you too, so I want to give you the last beer, man.
Oh.
There's only one left.
Well, all I did was buy him, so you know.
Yeah.
That's so generous of you. What a guy! Damn.
I brought these skunk beers to my fridge at home.
Oh man, we had the Burning Bridges against Chicken Tetrazzini. Burning Bridges scored a 9-3 win. You know, they got the offense. They proved it again this game, dropping 9 on a CT team that's been having a pretty decent season. You know, they're hanging around the middle of the pack there, but just.
You know, I was upset that I missed this game because I went to the bar immediately after that JFK loss, and I just had to drown my sorrows. But you know, I would have stuck around and watched this game if I had a better attitude. but you know, Burning Bridges. This is a team that we've talked about week in and week out, showing up, not showing up. And it's good to see them get on stride to put 9 runs down on Chicken Tetrazzini. You know, this Chicken Tetrazzini, another team that's been hanging out with some of the big boys too. You know, been showing up and keeping it competitive. And you know, I didn't see this game, but I like to imagine that it was tight, and then maybe something happened on the Burning Bridges side. Maybe get 5 runs in one little series, and then I just got away from them. But you know, Burning Bridges has that great offense, kicking them line drives, you know, finding those gaps, and it just probably exploited some of the little gaps that Chicken Tetrazzini had on their team. Hey.
Yeah, I didn't see the game, didn't hear much about the game, just seemed like it is what it is. I think, you know, that could be the story of it, who knows. But I will say that Chicken Tetrazzini, one takeaway from them, you know, earlier this season, they had a lot of struggles offensively. So obviously things didn't go their way this night, but, you know, the fact that they scored 3 runs against a defense that is one of the best in the league is still, that's still a takeaway that they can take and say, all right, well, we can score on anyone.
Yeah.
So they just tighten up the defense a little bit, and you know they'll be in good shape.
Say they're still in orbit around the middle of the pack for the league. You know, they're still circling around that middle zone. You know, currently now number 9 team, but you know they're right in there.
Yeah.
They'll stay in the mix. They're a veteran team.
Definitely.
Then on field 2 at 8:30, kick ass got to play the Chubby Gangsters coming into this game. Kick ass first in the standings. The CGs were 5-1-1 coming in.
Yeah.
So you know, 2 teams have been having very successful seasons. One team ended up more successful tonight. You know, I'll say we had much the same as our game against Shake and Bake the week before. Mm-hmm. Came out hot early with the top half of our lineup. You know, we put 6 runs up in the first inning.
I heard from Jeff and Keith. I talked to them this morning, and they said that the 6 runs came with 2 outs in the first, actually. So it was a 2-out rally. At least that's how they remember it. So
That's pretty impressive.
but still,
I'm not going to contradict a Moorhart. I have a sort of a rule against that. We did score 2 or 3 of those, I think, with 2 outs. You know, but yeah, I think that is a testament to a lot of crisp base running and bunting we put together there. You know, we were able to push across another one later on. The CGs, respect, you know, they put together a little something late in the game. You know, they dropped some line drives here and there. They moved across 2 runs, their second one in the top of the 5th. But otherwise, not a lot to say here, I guess. Good win for us. Keep it rolling.
I'll tell you, one thing that they also talked about was just the pitching of Haas Doobie, Hassan. They said that he just was overpowering again this week. So it's kind of a theme at this point where he just mixes his pitches well. He throws hard, lots of movement, and teams are really struggling against them.
Yeah, at this point, you can't go against Kick-Ass anymore, man. They just own it up every single game, and I love Haas as a pitcher. He's one of my favorite pitchers in the league.
He's my absolute favorite.
I would assume so. This is a shout out to Manny Fresh, who cornered me in the bathroom in a very uncomfortable altercation last week because I picked the shake and bake to win, and he's like, "You don't give me enough props, man. You don't give this team enough props." And now I folded up. I give you the utmost props. Kick-Ass carrying this league right now. They are the team to beat.
So then what happened?
What, between me and Manny?
We
made out.
In the
We
back.
made out. Yeah, in that big stall in the back. We need a little room.
That's how I got on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we seal deals on Kick-Ass.
It's a manscape.
We corner you. We make out a little bit, and then it's done.
Right.
So
If he shaved his
you guys
balls the way
do
he
seem
shaved
like a
his
very
head.
close-knit team.
You
make out.
You try some new things. Try some new things.
we are the most anticlimactic celebrations.
It was the most athletic experience I had in a man's bathroom.
You wouldn't say. Alright. So Kick-Ass cashing out against the Chubby Gangsters.
Fired.
Yeah, Chubby Gangsters, the Care Bear stare, pay up. That's all I'll say to you guys. Haha. In the final game, we had sort of the marquee matchup. JFK and the 5 o'clockers battled to a 5-5 tie.
We wore them down. They exhausted all their runs in the first game, make it 7-0. They didn't have enough offense for this one.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of reffing home plate on this one. It was
It's always a fun thing.
Yeah, this was a makeup from week one of the 8:30 games that I got rained out. But it was a great game. 5 o'clockers came out and they were pumped up. They scored 5 runs in the first couple of innings, and it was going pretty well. It looked like they had everything in hand. But then going into the 5th inning, it was we were coming pretty close on the time limit. But I was like, all right, well, JFK is the away team, so they'll kick. And it's a 5-run lead. This one will probably be over pretty soon, so let's just go ahead and let them do it. But they had the top of their lineup come up, and they just they got hot. They loaded the bases up. Matt Barkas came up. He kicked a triple that brought in 3 runs, and then a couple batters later, they got some more base runners on. Wes McClain came up. He rifled a kick out there, and it appeared to drive in 3 runs, which would have given JFK the lead.
Mm-hmm.
However, the first base ref called JC out because he missed second base as he was rounding around. So it was a little controversial there. So that limited it to 2 runs, and that was what ended up being the final.
That must have been a fun conversation.
JFK, they expressed their disappointment and disagreement with the call, but Scott Duncan was the first base ref. He was pretty adamant that that's what he saw. And what can you say? It's like, if you say, I saw it, that's what it is. I mean, Scott doesn't have any motives to do, otherwise, so it was kind of one of those things where, touch the base. And
to get out,
tough one, but, they really probably should have been, they were probably lucky to be playing anyway, to be honest with you. I should have called it for time after the 4th, but that's the way it went.
I think the name, when we were talking about the recaps here, that doesn't get a lot of acknowledgement that should is Wes McClain. I watched him warm up with us and play offense and defense. That guy has a friggin' cannon of an arm, man. I don't think. Sometimes and a leg, and I just think sometimes he gets a little overlooked week to week. But Wes McClain, man, a phenomenal player. So if he's in that draft league, heads up for you guys. If you want a strong charger that's good offensively, pick that dude up.
I saw that kick you referenced, and that was a blast on his side.
Five o'clockers, man, they were reeling. They were on the ropes. They were, they were. It was unraveling on them, but they held it together. They weren't able to score any runs in the bottom of the 5th.
Who's this lady walking her dog back here?
The camera can't see that, so so it's good for the podcast to bring out. But anyways, it was a good game. Could be a preview of the finals. So these two teams will probably have to, depending on what side of the bracket they end up in, that could be a finals or semifinals matchup right there.
Yep, I'd echo that. Two teams we could very well see at the end of the road here. And that's the end of the road for week 8. Buggy night at Tab Middle School. Everyone bring your bug spray next week. Get your popcorn and your bug spray ready. We'll be coming back with the week 9 previews next. Stay tuned.